A young shoemaker sat alone in his tiny shop, staring at the empty street. For years he sold handcrafted leather shoes for $150 a pair, every stitch done by hand, every piece of leather carefully cut, every pair built to last for years. But recently, a new store opened across the street. Bright lights, big signs, premium shoes, $99. Factory made, mass produced. But customers didn't seem to care. They walked right past the small shop and straight into the big one. One afternoon, a billionaire businessman visiting the town heard about the young shoemaker's craftsmanship. "Handmade shoes?" he said with curiosity. "I want to see that." He walked into the small workshop. The smell of leather filled the air. The shoemaker measured his feet carefully, stitched quietly, polished the leather until it shined. When the billionaire tried them on, he stopped walking. "These are exceptional," he said. The shoemaker smiled weakly. "Thank you, but it doesn't matter." He pointed across the street. "They sell shoes for $99. I charge $150 and people think that's already expensive." The billionaire looked at the shoes again. Then he said something surprising. "You're not charging too much. You're charging too little." The shoemaker blinked. "What?" "You should charge $250. The shoemaker almost laughed. $250? Nobody here will pay that." The billionaire leaned forward. "They won't pay $250 for shoes." He tapped the leather. "But they will pay $250 for craftsmanship, identity, and confidence." The shoemaker frowned. "Across the street, they sell products. You should sell status." Then he gave the shoemaker a simple strategy. "First, change your sign. Instead of handmade shoes, $150. Write this: handcrafted shoes, $250. By appointment only." The shoemaker stared at him. "But why would anyone pay more?" "Because scarcity creates curiosity," the billionaire said. "And curiosity opens wallets," he continued. "When customers come in, don't start with leather. Start with questions. Ask them, where do you work? Do you attend important meetings? How do you want people to see you when you walk into a room? Then build the shoe around that identity." The billionaire smiled. "You're not selling footwear anymore. You're designing the version of themselves they want the world to see." The shoemaker thought it sounded crazy, but he tried it. He changed the sign. Handcrafted shoes, $250. Advance booking only. And something strange happened. People started stopping. Not because it was cheap, but because it was different. They stepped inside. They talked. They told their stories. And the shoemaker built shoes specifically for them. Within weeks, the appointment book was full. Not for 1 week. Not for 2. For 6 weeks in advance. Across the street, the $99 shoes still sold. But those customers wanted cheap shoes. The shoemaker's customers wanted something else. Craftsmanship, exclusivity, confidence. A year later, the young shoemaker was working fewer hours, but earning 3 times more money. Because he finally understood a powerful business truth: the cheapest product rarely wins. The clearest value does. If you compete on price, there will always be someone cheaper. But if you compete on identity, craftsmanship, and experience, you create a market where only you belong. And that's when price stops being the conversation. If you're not following wealth narratives, you might still be competing like the shop across the street. But if you are, congratulations. You're learning to think like the billionaire. And that changes everything.